All right, hello everybody. Welcome back here to the channel. Thank you guys for listening, commenting. I'm glad that some of you taking the approach of the energy and the wisdom at the same time. For hopefully you seeing the benefits. With that being said, in there, and as the moon is going into Scorpio, that is going to be the time of sitting in the dark to finding your own light. A lot of the people they don't like when I'm talking about the darkness. They don't like to talk about dark stuff and so forth and so forth. A lot of fears, triggers in there. But if you look at it in the reality, in there before the light is with you, in there, what are you facing? The darkness. And by sitting within you, you're finding in your own light. Okay. This is kind of like kind of Hinduism. It's like there is no Shiva without Kali. Okay. So Kali is the destroyer in there but then she kills what it's supposed to be dissolved. If you look at it within yourself, this is going to be kind of like an energy that you are seeking it within your darkness of things that needs to be dissolved. And as the moon is going to come in, that's going to be this yacht with Uranus and Mercury, that the energy that is gonna comes in, which is later on that Mercury energy is gonna come out very strong in there. There's gonna be this aha light moment, and this is where you're gonna be finding the light with you. The only thing is you need to sit down with who? With you. So the day is gonna be like that for and here is it, what's going on. As you see at this yacht with Mercury, that is going to be the powerful moments. It's 7 o'clock in the morning. We are talking about the midheaven is going to be with Chiron, organizing, healing, moving some things. Some of the things is going to be start moving in the directions, but it's more important about the reviews that you're going to do. Without reviewing your own darkness, you won't be able to sustain or finding the purpose within your life, within your light in there. How can you make that light not to be dark, not to be that heavy within your life? So this energy is gonna come out strong for some of you, especially if you're HSP, that's just highly sensitive personality in there. And with some of you, these situations, they're gonna come in triggers, but in the next hour at 8 o'clock in the morning, beautiful authority, beautiful times. You're taking the time, you're taking the approach. Hopefully, you do that work. Don't be influenced by your emotions because the emotions is gonna be triggering Mars and Pluto. That emotions with the moon being at Scorpio, and we talk about the Scorpio Leo situations energies. This can trigger really for some of you dark night of the soul. uh, don't ask for the dark night of the soul. Don't wish the dark night of the soul to others. Okay, this is a particularly spiritual event within. So for some of you maybe there's gonna be some triggers, but try to stay within your light. The light's gonna comes in within the relationship because in the next hour at 9 o'clock you're gonna see the support from our partners. This is coming from the North Node and Uranus yacht that it's gonna pointing the finger. Okay, God points right there. Okay, you don't want to have like God's giving you the finger to touch and to create this, but you're like this. So guess what? God is giving you here comes in that light, but you're down. You're down to the darkness until you understand and have to hit to the light. All right. So with those energies, as the ascendant is gonna be coming at Mercury retrograde or Uranus, you're gonna see these energies of the universe, how it comes towards you. All right. 10 o'clock, zipping up through here. The midheaven is going to be at Scorpio. Just a little bit before that, the moon is going to be going towards the North Node. You're going to finding that the only thing can keep you alive, it's your goal in life. What you need to achieve personally for you. But is that goal, it's going to be based of what your intuition is telling you or what you think you going to be working with the fights that you have. We're talking about this typical Scorpio trickstery in there when you have your own agenda in the form of something else. So this is going to be one of the pitfalls you need to be watching for it. Be mindful of your intuition. Maybe your ego is just dressed as an intuition with you. Yeah, for some of you, that's how it's gonna go in there, but you're gonna learn it because the moon, it is training Saturn. The wisdom is there. All right. Talking about 11 o'clock. The energies that is gonna be there with the midheaven is gonna be training the North Node. Again, that energy is there is coming for its purposes in there with those beautiful parts inside that is gonna come into that hour, because the next hour you need to authorize actions, and those actions they're gonna be basic of what it's the Mars is, and going on from there. This is the authority, this is the warrior within inside of you, but the warrior can trip over the negative energies and it can make a lot of mess, or the warrior can become a wise and it's like, I know where I'm going, with or without, I know where I'm going. So be it. So this is going to be a very beautiful energy, because that energy later on, as I said, at 12 o'clock, that energy of the authority is going to come out, and is going to come in and trigger your actions from within yourself. Okay, beautiful, positive energies, energized energy as it comes for you. Be mindful only for the one thing, it is maintaining your attitude. My attitude determines my future. Today I'm going to be walk, talk, act, and believe as the person I wish to become. That's just kind of like a mantra for you. All right, next hour, 1 o'clock, midheaven, it's with Mercury. That is going to point out that divine energies there with Uranus. You see it, messages, it's loud and clear. The only way you cannot hear the message in there if your visions within yourself and the growth, you're not ready for those messages. You're not ready to hear the things. Okay, and that is going to be one of these situations that's going to be, because Mercury is squaring Saturn and opposing Jupiter. Okay, you even if someone's talking you about certain things and that you don't understand it, why? You're not in the same vibrational area, not the same situations. Somebody tries to put the light within you. Guess what? When you are within your own darkness, as the moon is there, you're not hearing. You paying this attentions that when you are down, a lot of people comes in, tries to help you and so forth. But guess what? You're either actually going down. You're pushing the people who loves you, right? And this is gonna be at that kind of like a point, tipping point when you are gonna be seeking for the lights within you. All right, 2 o'clock, the midheaven is gonna be at Capricorn, ascendant, it's gonna be facing Chiron, that it's opposing Lilith and Venus. Of course, the love, it's still a little bit of tough times about love. Okay, it's kind of like not pretty good about the upcoming holidays, but when a Venus is gonna come over in there within a month, we are gonna be seeing this beautiful, beautiful energy that's gonna come out. Okay, just before the holidays, it's gonna be some great, great energy. So don't worry about it. Just going forward, because in the next hour, this is gonna be kind of like the energies you're gonna be dealing with. But are you trusting the universe that knows what it's doing, how to align things? Okay? You may be pushing, you may be hushing, you may be rushing, but that push, hush, and rush doesn't create things, because you're gonna missing certain things. And that is a part of the evolution. Okay? This is like this waking up teenagers that they think they're adult and they can do everything they can for. And they're messing up their life. All right, it's the same way. If you are not in that maturity level to accept this spirituality, accept this energies that it's coming towards you in there, you're gonna be feeling it. But you need to learn to allow the universe to help you to grow, and that is gonna be the divine energies with Venus and Jupiter divine for you. Of course, there's gonna be some time where the things is not gonna be good, but I wish to be like that, but I want to be like that, but in my emotions, but in my situations, but my feelings, and guess what? Some of you is gonna be discovering the part I was talking about, that your intuition is discovering with the clothes, with ego. Your ego basically is coming up and talk to you all about this. I want, I need, it has to be my way, and so forth and so forth with that. While the divine energies that are gonna comes out from the ascendant and the north node, they're gonna be telling you, look at, is that helps you in any way, your own personal agendas, your ego that you are actually masking in there in a form of intuition, is that did something good for you. Here's the inner fights that's gonna come out. The inner fights that some of you is gonna be having it because of this, and that can trigger the dark night of the soul that's gonna be coming out for. Okay, but as I said, you don't need to have to go through this almost like a near-death experience. Okay, you don't have to have that, but you have to look at some of the things inside of you and heading towards the light. What is the light is gonna be? Are you gonna be able to understand and see it a little bit later on? Because right now you're gonna be looking at for what new I can do, what new way I can discover, rediscover these situations. Because you see that the points, the needs of you to change, and those changes gonna comes out in going into the world of ideas. Let me explain. The world of ideas, it's an energy field in there. When you start this process of thinking, and you entering this kind of like you searching, what can I do in this situation? And all of a sudden, that particular thoughts of what, it goes to that world of ideas. If you're tapping into that energies in there, it will tell you exactly what you need to do. Okay, you will see it in there, and this is how the ideas were born. This is how the inventions are born, and this is what we're talking about, the mid-heaven that is at Aquarius. Okay, next hour, it's 6 p.m. Mid-heaven is going to be at Pisces towards the moon with the ascendant. Is about looking at the emotions. Yeah, you're always going to be emotional after all this. You know, there is no such something for nothing. You need to understand, in order to transform the darkness into the light, you need to forgive and let it go of the darkness that you hold on to it. And this is going to be trigger some of the people. We are talking about like that portions of like you holding for something like a grudge, or holding to old patterns in there. Okay, so for example, because the moon is representing the emotions, you're in a Scorpio, that is the emotions of the Scorpio that wants to hurt people because you are hurt, because that's the only way, you know. Somebody hurt you down in the path, and you're experiencing similar energies. Instead of transforming it, you're taking that energies and you shift it back towards a person who has probably nothing to do with that. And now you're seeing that energies that it's going to be there. What did you done? So this emotions, when it comes in, that is it when you actually either hurt yourself or you hurting others. But that is going to be some good positions in there, because the ascendant that's going to be at Cancer is going to be pointing out to review all this with the Mercury retrograde in Uranus. That is going to come out, but at the same time, there's going to be triggered that subconscious patterns in there within Pisces for with the Jupiter, Saturn, and Mercury situations in there, that red energies that goes on at the top, because this energy is going to come out in the front of your head and it's going behind. And when it comes to behind, it goes into the body, right? Because your body's energy is accepting it down below. All right. Next hour, a lot of fire. You're gonna get the fire energies of cleaning up patterns, clearing up the thoughts that's gonna be within yourself. Focus at where you're going, And with Mars has been there, two things can happen. You're gonna be acting kind of on the based out of the ego. There it comes out as like a form of intuition. That was the ego, or you're actually gonna be applying your intuitions that is there, your divine energy is there. Focus with the inner work within the moon, and it's recognizing that particular moment and shifting within you, turning the light on. Your job is to turn out the light on from within that darkness, because when you turn the light on within the darkness, you're exposing the truth of that darkness that's around you. Okay? But without you been sitting in the darkness, you won't be needing the light. And this is what some of the light workers are missing in there. All right. Next hour, that's going to be at 9 p.m. The Ascendant, that is at that Leo, that's going to be pointing out towards the wisdom. Hopefully, you're getting this wisdom, because the wisdom is more important with that. Knowing and understanding the situations that are going into your life. With that work that it's going to be done with the midheaven, there is it is in there. You all have something put in yourself in there. You all getting it something from within you. All right, and it's the part of the growth. So look at it, where is your Aries is in your chart, and that's going to be telling you why did you came here, what you need to grow. All right, people who have a midheaven and Aries, it's a self-growth, self-mastery, self-made. Most of the people who are self-made millionaires, they have that. They didn't wait on somebody. Okay? So if you have a midheaven in there, take a look at it, what it is. All right, next hour, 10 o'clock. Midheaven is going to be at Taurus. Yes, something about the material world. Mars doesn't like it. The moon doesn't like it either. Who doesn't like it in there? Your ego. You see, when the things doesn't go okay in the material world, where is your ego is? At its finest, right? And with this energies in there, as the moon comes out with it, the trigger is going to be, but that's not how I want it. That's how I picture it. And the universe is going to be telling you, yeah, but you need to understand. Go seek the hard things, because that's the place to grow. Because if you go into the weak links, there is no growth in the comfort zone. The comfort zone is a weakness. But you don't have to purposely create problems just so you want to grow. Be mindful about that path too. And at 11 o'clock, the Ascendant is going to be at Virgo, pointing out towards the North Node. You're going to be working on organizing the team to get there into the future. Your future self. That's your future. Okay? Before you do something about the future in there, you have to be creating your future self that is going to be ready about that future. And that's what a lot of people are not happy in life. They want the things, but they don't prepare themselves for that future life. And all it needs to put your things together. It's tied up to yesterday's report. Can you be able to put your shit together? There you go. And now with this ascendant, that energy is going to be square in the sun, and the authority is lying within you. Nobody else. But the inner work is where? Within the universe. That brings down the energy with his satellites in there, and brings it down within you, and it's pushing that energy within yourself, and it says, like, you know what? You need to review things that you know. You need to review how you communicate with others. What is your visions are? Where is your transformation? You can change the darkness to the light. Shine on. And this is going to be that part of the day. Some of you, though, is going to be experiencing things overnight, but that we are going to be talking about later on for that. Hi, Jolene. Thank you. Shining one light on the shadows. Exactly. Shining the light in there. And if you guys need something, you can always check out our website, aquaspiritunited.com. And thank you guys for coming. And Jolie, thank you for everything. Appreciate your comments. It was a very great comments from you. All right, let's share the love and the light with you guys, and I will be talking to you later.